It's time to start your day with the First Cup Morning Show.
Serving up a warm cup of good news, positivity, and uplifting messages.
And now, here's your host,
Our dad,
Joshua Kangley.
Hello, friends. Good morning and welcome back to the First Cup Monday Morning Show. I'm Joshua Kangley, and I'm so glad that you are here with me today because here is where we kick off the week with some good news and some good vibes. It's our little break away from all the noise. So happy Monday to you on this glorious June 1st. And I can't believe it's already June, but here we are. And here we are together, starting off the week and starting off the month of June. And as always, I do have some good news to share today, and we will get to that in just a bit. But first, let's start it off with a quote. Ella Fitzgerald once said, "It isn't where you came from, it's where you're going that counts." And that quote speaks to the power of growth, redemption, and purpose. You see, too often, people allow their past to define them, their upbringing, their mistakes, failures, or circumstances. But Ella Fitzgerald, with those words, reminds us that our future is not chained to our beginning. You see, some of the strongest people in the world started with very little. Some came from hardship, rejection, or uncertainty, yet they kept moving forward. They chose vision over victimhood, progress over excuses, and hope over defeat. And your story is still being written. Where you started may explain you, but it does not have to limit you. What matters most is the direction you choose today, the goals you pursue, the character you build, and the life you're determined to create. So no matter your background, your next chapter can be greater than your last. And sometimes the journey forward becomes the very thing that inspires others to keep going too. And now let's go to the Did You Know? Did you know that on this day, June 1st in 1961, the first Peace Corps volunteers departed for service overseas? Just months earlier, President John F. Kennedy had challenged Americans to use their talents not only to better their own lives, but to help others around the world. The mission was simple: promote peace, friendship, and understanding by serving communities in need. And thousands answered the call, leaving behind the familiar to make a difference in places they had never seen. And more than 6 decades later, it's now a reminder that some of the most meaningful contributions aren't measured in dollars or headlines, but in service, compassion, and a willingness to help others. One person reaching out can build a bridge that spans cultures, countries, and generations. And that is something worth reflecting on today. And if you didn't know that, now you know. Well, today is National Say Something Nice Day. And what a perfect way to start off the month. National Say Something Nice Day is a simple reminder that a few kind words can go a long way, whether it's a compliment, a thank you, or a word of encouragement. What you say has the power to brighten someone's day. And here's the thing, guys. We never know what someone may be going through. And so a sincere, "I appreciate you," "great job," or "I'm glad you're here" might be exactly what somebody needs to hear today. So as we kick off the month of June, let's start it off the right way. And let's take a moment in our day today or throughout this week to say something nice to somebody else. I'm a firm believer that kindness is contagious, and sometimes the smallest gesture can make the biggest difference. So happy National Say Something Nice Day to you. And now it's time for some animal fun facts.
Today's animal is the western meadowlark. Did you know the western meadowlark is incredibly popular in the American West, serving as the official state bird for 6 different states: Nebraska, Kansas, Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, and Oregon.
Did you know, even though it's called a meadowlark, it's actually part of the blackbird family?
Did you know the western meadowlark is famous for its beautiful flute-like song, which can carry long distances across the prairie?
Did you know the western meadowlark helps farmers naturally by eating insects like grasshoppers, beetles, and caterpillars?
All right, let's get to the good news of the week. Peddling kindness. This woman has spent 14 years giving free bikes to children in need. In a world where screens often replace sidewalks and online chats replace real conversations, one woman in Canada rediscovered the simple joy of riding a bike and bringing communities closer together in the process. For more than a decade, to making sure children from families in need can experience the freedom and excitement that comes with having their own bicycle. Through her community initiative, Bikes and Trikes for Everyone, she collects donated bikes, repairs them by hand, and gives them away completely free to local children. And what began as a small act of generosity has grown into a life-changing mission that has impacted thousands of families over the last 14 years. And this summer has already become one of her busiest yet. Richard recently celebrated a personal milestone after giving away dozens of bicycles in a single day, helping children roll into summer with smiles on their faces and newfound independence. But for Richard, the bicycle represents something bigger than just recreation. She believes bikes help reconnect neighborhoods and encourage children to spend more time outdoors, building friendships, confidence, and lasting memories. At a time when families worry about kids becoming isolated behind screens, her efforts are helping create real-world connections once again. As more families continue reaching out for help, the demand for bicycles keeps growing. Even with hundreds of children still waiting, Richard remains committed to continuing her mission one bike at a time. The moments that mean the most to her are often the simplest ones, like seeing a child light up after receiving their very first bike. One boy was so excited after hopping on his new bicycle that he didn't want the day to end, repeatedly thanking her as he rode past with pure joy. And it's in stories like this that kindness does not always have to come in grand gestures. Sometimes changing a child's life can be as simple as repairing an old bike, opening a front door, and giving them a chance to ride toward a brighter summer. I think that is some great news out there, and I hope you all enjoyed that good news. And for more good news, positivity, and uplifting messages, you can always visit guidinglights.org. That's guidinglights.org. Now, before we go, I'd like to leave you with a dad joke. Why did the banana go to the doctor? It's because he wasn't peeling very well. Well, friends, that's going to wrap up this week's show. I hope you enjoyed that good news. I hope this brought a little light into your day, a little smile on your face, ready for the week. And I challenge you to be the reason someone else smiles this week. Have a great week out there. And remember, don't let the mainstream media fool you. There is always good news happening all the time.